This week in Shohei Ohtani news, we're going to talk about his dominant start on the mound that puts him in more historic territory. And I'm going to do a full breakdown, Shohei Ohtani versus Aaron Judge MVP conversation. Now let's get to it with his start on Thursday. Another dominant start. 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 11 strikeouts. 11 more strikeouts on the mound for Shohei, which now gives him 7 games this year with 11 or more strikeouts. No MLB pitcher in the last 20 years has had more in the first 99 games of a season. Nobody in 20 years. And Shohei, the pitcher, has done that. 10 strikeouts or more in 6 consecutive. Angels pitchers with 10 plus strikeouts in 6 straight starts. That's Nolan Ryan and Shohei Ohtani. End of the list. That's it. Shohei is now in that territory. 6 straight games with 10 or more strikeouts. That's dominance. That's unbelievable. His ERA is still well under 3 at a 2.8. 6 straight starts for Shohei with 10 or more strikeouts. Only pitchers in history with longer streaks. This is outside of just the Angels. Pedro Martínez, Randy Johnson, Chris Sale twice, Gerrit Cole, and Justin Verlander. That's it in the history of the game. Pretty decent category to be in right there. That's unbelievable. 10 strikeout games by the Angels pitchers in history. Him and Nolan Ryan. Now listen to this. This year, he's done it 9 times. 10K games by Angels pitchers. This season, Shohei Ohtani has 9. All other pitchers combined for the Angels have 1. 1 to his 9. Since June 22nd, the start of his streak, Ohtani leads all pitchers in strikeouts with 68 in just 39 innings. 68 strikeouts in 39 innings. His strikeout rate this year, 13.14. Only player over 13 for starters, and is also the MLB leader in intentional walks drawn. So not only in all of baseball does he have the best strikeout to walk ratio at 13.14. Oh, by the way, he's also drawing the most walks intentionally on the offensive side of things. Adding on to that, this past week, he homered again on Saturday. His 22nd home run of the season. 22. Now, if you look around, he has 22 home runs. That's more home runs than Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Juan Soto, who won the home run derby, Jose Ramirez, and obviously a lot of other names. He's in the top 15 in all of Major League Baseball in home runs, top 10 in the American League, 22 homers. He did that on Saturday. That 22 homer got him to 115 on his career. He is now third. He has been third on the list of Japanese-born players in all-time home runs. He's now only 2 behind Ichiro, who had 117 in his career. Hideki Matsui is the leader at 175 career home runs. So Shohei will soon move into that second spot. Look at this tweet. Shohei Ohtani AL rankings. 4th in strikeouts. Gerrit Cole is 3rd. 9th in home runs. He's top 10 in strikeouts on the mound and home runs at the plate. This is remarkable. So I wanted to really look at and do a deep dive into what kind of category this puts him in terms of his career. So through his first 50 career starts as a pitcher and 500 career games, Shohei Ohtani has more strikeouts than Jacob deGrom had, a lower ERA than Gerrit Cole, more home runs than Ted Williams, more RBIs than Ken Griffey Jr. Just think about that. This stretch he's on right now on the mound is all time. It's historic. So Shohei Ohtani, the pitcher, is currently doing historic things. I feel like last year I talked a little bit more about the hitter Shohei. This year could even be arguably more impressive. And it's because of what he's doing on the pitching side. Offensively, the power numbers aren't quite there, but he's still got over 20. He's still on pace for well over 30 home runs. But pitching-wise, he's been light years better than he was last year. Since June 22nd, he's drawn 30 walks, and he's allowed 8 himself. He's hit 7 home runs, and he's allowed 3 himself. And he's scored 13 runs and allowed 10 himself. Since June 22nd, he's only allowed 10 runs. So that leads me into the conversation of Shohei Ohtani versus Aaron Judge for the MVP award. And those stats that I just mentioned, it shows you all you need to know. Shohei Ohtani isn't just valuable to the Angels. Shohei Ohtani is the Angels. Since Mike Trout has been out, all of the production has come from Shohei. Every single bit of it. So let's just start right there. The team conversation, I'm tired of it. When it comes to baseball, the team conversation shouldn't exist in terms of, oh, so-and-so's on the better team. You know why? And I've said this before, in other sports, team and record matter because players can single-handedly put a team on their back and make that team good. Look, LeBron James in the NBA. He goes to Cleveland. Guess what? They're back to being a championship team. He goes to Miami. Guess what? Championship team. Goes to LA. Guess what? Championship team. When none of them were particularly close before he was there. He puts the team on his back and he allows them to be a better team. In the NFL, Tom Brady. Okay? He's in New England, wins a bunch of championships there, leaves and goes to a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that isn't very good, and he wins a Super Bowl there. And yes, the players around him got better. I know all that. This isn't a football show, but I know a lot about it. The team definitely got better around Tom Brady, but he specifically is the reason that they won a Super Bowl. In baseball, that's just not the case, and it's not possible for that to be the case because there's 9 guys in a lineup. There's 25 guys on a roster, 26 sometimes, and it's not possible for one player to be the difference. So we cannot punish Shohei Ohtani for being on the team that he is on. If you take Shohei Ohtani off of the Angels, well, one, they're much worse. But if you put him on the Yankees without Aaron Judge, guess what? The Yankees are just as good, if not better, with Shohei. If you take Aaron Judge off of the Yankees and put him on the Angels, guess what? They still stink. So we're not going to punish the player for the team that he plays on. Let's start there first and foremost. Next up, Aaron Judge has all the hype. He's a New York Yankee. All the hype goes to him. All the hype in baseball is around him because of the stretch he is on. And he could break the all-time record for home runs in a single season. Certainly by a New York Yankee, he could do that. So all the hype is there. I just feel like we're losing sight of what Shohei is doing. And is it because of what he did last year? Sure. What he did last year, and now he's doing it again this year, arguably even better. Offensively, the numbers aren't there. People love to look at the offensive stats here. I'll argue with people all day, every day on social media. People love to argue the offensive stats. That's half of the story here with Shohei. So I truly believe this. Last year, if Vladimir Guerrero Jr. had won the Triple Crown, Shohei would have still won the MVP unanimously because the offensive stats are there and they're close. to Vladdy. Oh my God, the offensive stats are close. Look at these home run numbers. Look at these RBI numbers. That's all very close. And he also pitches MVP. But this year, because the pitching numbers are the ones that are so much better, he's a top pitcher in the game of baseball. He's a top 5 pitcher in the American League right now. But the offensive numbers are quite a bit behind Aaron Judge. But still, offensively, compared to the rest of the league, he's above average. He's been really good. But because those numbers don't directly correlate to comparing with Aaron Judge, Aaron Judge the MVP. There's a whole nother aspect of the game. And I'm again here to say, PSA announcement here. It is not funny to make the joke that, Aaron Judge has a 0.00 ERA. If I had $1 for every time I saw that on Twitter in an argument within the MVP award, I would have a lot of dollars. It's a tired argument. It makes no sense. I even feel that it's ridiculous to address this, but Aaron Judge does not have a 0.00 ERA. His ERA is non-existent. NA. Because he doesn't pitch. So that argument can go out the window, and people think they're being funny by saying it. Everybody knows Aaron Judge doesn't pitch, but he doesn't have an ERA, and it's not 0.00. It's non-existent, okay? Let's just get that one out of the way as well. The offensive numbers are really good. The pitching numbers are great. You combine the two of those, and you have the MVP. Offensively this year, Aaron Judge hasn't even been the best offensive player. That's Yordan Alvarez. Yordan offensively has been better. Aaron Judge certainly has the home run numbers to boot, and it is certainly an impressive year. And if he continues on this pace, he could break the Yankees record. But let's say he doesn't continue on this pace. Is it literally just the home run number we're pointing to that's the difference here? Because if it's not just the home run number, then the Yordan Alvarez argument comes into play here. You're telling me the number of home runs is the ultimate factor in MVP? No, it's not. And this is coming from a guy, I hope Aaron Judge breaks the all-time record. I hope he does. I did a full deep dive into this on Monday, on the Monday episode. I did a full discussion about Aaron Judge and how impressive it is what he's doing. And this doesn't take away from that at all. I hope he breaks Roger Maris's record. I hope he hits 62 or more. I hope he breaks Barry Bonds' record and he hits 74 or more. Is that likely? No. But I don't think that plays a factor in the MVP season. I do believe that Shohei is the most valuable player and the best player in the game of baseball. I really do. I truly believe that. I believe the MVP season, which in baseball, the MVP is the most amazing player, the map. And the MVP in baseball is who played the best. It's Shohei. And it's been Shohei. He does it both. He's doing it better than the majority of people on either side of the ball. That's a fact. Aaron Judge is having one of the greatest seasons of all time. It just so happens to be not even the greatest season that we've seen this year or the best season that we saw last year, because the greatest season of all time came last year from Shohei Ohtani. And the second best, 1B of the greatest season of all time is happening right now in front of our eyes again from Shohei. He has a 2.80 ERA. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball, and he has 22 home runs. He hit another triple on Sunday. He's really fast. He does it all. It's remarkable. So this MVP discussion, it starts and ends right here for all the reasons I just said. The team discussion, out the window. That does nothing for me. The team he's on, it does nothing for me. The Yankees are better because Aaron Judge is on their team. They would also be better if Shohei Ohtani was on their team. So the team argument does nothing for me. Offensively, Shohei Ohtani has a better WRC plus, Carlos Correa's favorite stat, than Byron Buxton, Matt Olson, Giancarlo Stanton. On the mound, he has a better ERA than Gerrit Cole, Yu Darvish, Kevin Gausman. Elites in the game. And on the mound again, he has the second best K per walk ratio, strikeout to walk ratio, in all of baseball, behind only somebody named Shane McClanahan. That's it. McClanahan has been unbelievable this year. Shohei's only behind him in all of baseball. So you're looking at all all-stars here. Buxton, Stanton, Gerrit Cole. I mean, this is two all-star players combined into one. It's that simple. I understand the argument this year. I do. I understand the Aaron Judge MVP argument. He's on the New York Yankees. He's got more homes than everybody, home runs, maybe more homes. He's about to when he gets paid a lot here at the end of this year. He's got more home runs than everybody. He's on the best team in baseball record-wise. I get it. But we're not going to buy into the hype of the New York Yankees. And my fear here is that because Shohei did this last year, it's less impressive this year. And Aaron Judge is also doing this. Let's vote for Aaron Judge. No. What he's doing this year is no less impressive than what he did last year. And it might arguably be even more because of what he's doing pitching-wise this year. Do not get complacent with what we're watching from Shohei. He's the MVP this year. And everybody says, oh, well, if you're just going to say he's MVP this year, is he just going to be the MVP every year he pitches and hits? No, he's not. But every year, he has an ERA of 2.8, the second best strikeout to walk ratio, over 30 home runs. He's going to be the MVP, and he should, and he deserves to be. So that does it for the Shohei versus Aaron Judge argument. I'm sure we will have this argument and this discussion a lot more throughout the year, but that's where my mindset is at right now. And that does it for who I think will win MVP. And that also does it for this week's episode, an edition of This Week in Ohtani News. Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.